This small device can be put on your phone, on your keys, in your wallet. In case you lose them, you can easily find them through the tracking system. But some Arkansas women have found this Apple AirTag on their cars, not knowing whose it was or where it came from.
I was scared. I didn't know what it meant.
Lena Hackworth was running errands around Walnut Ridge when she got a message on her phone. An Apple AirTag is found moving with you, and the location can be seen by the owner.
I had really never heard anything about an AirTag.
She immediately called her IT guy at work, who knew exactly what was happening.
He said, "Get to the clinic now. That means somebody's tracking you."
This isn't the first time this has happened in Arkansas. A Jonesboro woman had the same notification come to her phone. She found the device underneath the hatch of her trunk. For Lena, it was inside her car.
It was up underneath this, like underneath my tire.
Both women reported the crime to police. Jonesboro PD said they've had 2 cases in the area that they know of. Hoxie, where Lena filed her report, said this was a first for them.
You could certainly see how that would be unnerving to an individual, certainly somebody that was, not able to protect themselves or afraid of attack or something of that nature.
The most frightening thing about this, it's legal in Arkansas.
There's not anything specifically in Arkansas that I'm aware of that says you can't track somebody.
But Bill James with the James Law Firm says if someone is caught doing this, there's other laws that could protect the victim.
Harassment, there's a stalking law.
In the state of Arkansas, harassment includes following a person in or about a public place and placing a person under surveillance. Stalking is harassing a person and making a terroristic threat, causing someone to be fearful of death or injury. James said a prosecutor would have to be able to prove a person was committing one or both of these crimes for them to be found guilty.
I do expect it's going to be something that's going to increase. I think you're going to see a lot more reactive legislation that's going to come out making it illegal to track people. I could certainly see how that could happen.
And with this being so new, police are having trouble investigating the technology, coming up with no leads. Jonesboro's public information officer told THV11, quote, "We do not have a special unit that investigates high-tech crimes like this. Our 2 cases were unsolvable due to the lack of evidence of who placed these devices on the victim's property." Apple said they will work with law enforcement to find the owner of the device. All AirTags are linked with an Apple ID account, which could provide a name, email address, phone numbers, and possibly a physical address for the owner of the tag. And there are safety measures within the device to prevent unwanted tracking. An iPhone can recognize if an AirTag is not with its owner and will send you an alert if it's been with you for a while. If you do not have a smartphone, an AirTag separated from its owner will play a sound to alert you it's there. Also, you don't have to have an Apple product to find these AirTags. In December, Apple introduced Tracker Detect to the Google Play Store. The app allows Android users to scan for nearby tags. So, if you find one that doesn't belong to you, you're asked to take it to the police where they can work with Apple to find its owner.
If they find themselves in the situation I was, just please make a police report, because it's scary. You're constantly watching over your shoulders right after it happens because you're just scared somebody's following you.
I took Apple AirTags, and after asking for permission first, I hid them in 2 of my coworkers' cars and belongings. I wanted to see if I could track them throughout the day, but also if they could get a notification that they were being followed. All right, let's go. We're going to car 8. This is the car that Sarah will be taking, and we are going to put an Apple AirTag in it to track her. It was my first time to pair an Apple AirTag to my phone. A message popped up, a warning that the device is meant to track belongings, and using it to track people without consent is a crime in many areas. It also says the device is designed to be detected by victims and allows law enforcement to find the owner. So, once Sarah left the news station, we got down to work, seeing just how accurate the location software is. We just got a new alert. Okay. Well, we have a location, so let's go find her. We drove to the spot where the AirTag last connected, an address off of I-630, but we didn't see them. We stopped to check in with the device again. Let's see. Oh, now she's in a different spot. So off we go to the next location, just several minutes away. Once we got to the address, we tested the directions feature, seeing how close it would lead us to the car. It gave us exact coordinates.
You know, you guys found us fast and you found it before I knew anything about it. So that definitely, seeing you physically here versus knowing that's theoretically possible are two very different things.
We tried the experiment again, pairing the AirTag to an older iPhone and putting it directly on our sports reporter, Tyler Cass.
He's got his keys, here's his wallet. We're just gonna slip it right in here and see how well the AirTag safeguards work.
He kept his wallet with him for several hours, waiting to see if there was a notification that the device was with him. But back at the station, I tried to check in on the device to see if it was connecting.
Well, that's weird. It connected to one of the other ones.
We thought the experiment was a dud since Tyler's tag wasn't even paired with a phone. But when he got back, he told us he got a notification the AirTag was with him, even showing him a map of where he had been. What bothered him is that his phone detected the AirTag fairly quickly, but didn't notify him until hours later.
And so I first got a notification a little after 8 that the AirTag was there, but in that notification it tells me first detected AirTag at 3:56 p.m. So my phone knew that there was an AirTag tracking me that I may or may not have known about for, let's do math here, a little over 4 hours.
We wanted to go even further, seeing how long an AirTag could be without its owner before activating a sound alert. After 4 days, the AirTag we put in the car never made a noise while the driver was in it, even though Apple designed the new security measure with one of the loudest tones to make it easily findable. We used 2 Android phones, and both detected unknown AirTags near them, but the alert sound wasn't very loud and didn't play long.
Can you hear it? It's playing. Oh, it stopped playing. So it played for about 2 seconds.
And we used several iPhones to see if a phone would show the information of an unknown AirTag and how to report it, another updated security feature. Out of 6 phones, only 1 worked as it was described by Apple.
In another THV11 update, Apple is now being sued over its AirTag devices, and it's a story we've been following this year after women in Arkansas discovered AirTags placed on their cars without permission.
And now 2 women are suing the company because they say the devices made it easier for stalkers to track down victims. THV11's Ashley Godwin joins us now with the latest on this.
The lawsuit was filed by 2 California women. They called the AirTag, quote, the weapon of choice of stalkers and abusers, and said it has been linked to murders of women this year in Ohio and Indianapolis. The women claim Apple negligently failed to prevent this kind of tracking despite warnings from domestic violence advocates last year. They're seeking damages after becoming victims of stalking. Plus, they want a court order stopping Apple from releasing products like this. One of the women suing Apple, Lauren Hughes, said she had a scare of her own when her ex-boyfriend put an AirTag on her car and tracked her.
There were definitely lots of times where I didn't sleep well. There's been a lot of therapy since then.
Now, Apple has not made any comments about the lawsuit just yet, but THV11 did our own investigation into AirTag tracking after the company released new updates earlier this year. They were designed to help warn people when an unknown AirTag was moving with them. But we found those notifications were not reliable.